Okay, so I am Dr. Michelle Kassorla, and I'm here to teach you how to get through the week 2 assignment, number 2, MLA document formatting. So we're going to start with just a quick overview of the kind of tools that you're going to need for this. First of all, you really need to get Microsoft Suite on your computer, not the one in the cloud, not the 365, although it's nice to have that one too. You need the one that is downloaded into your computer. So if you don't have that, there's a link here for the GSU Microsoft Office download page, and you should go there and get that program before you start. All right. Now I am assuming that you have the program and we are going on. Okay, so we're going to start with this MLA multimodal formatting, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to start it right here. And what it's going to do is open, and then it's going to say enable editing. And I'm going to click on enable editing, and then I'm going to save this. I'm going to save as, and I'm going to put my own name right here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to make sure that I am not in a temporary document, that I'm absolutely saving this, that all the changes I'm making are saving. So this is a good habit to get into, to always make sure that you save it into a different file. So, all right. Okay, so we have this file, and I'm going to start with not the first thing, but the second thing. And the reason I'm not going to start with the first thing is I don't want to erase these instructions. And if I start here, these instructions will go away. It's just how I set it up. It's a mess, but I can't figure out how to fix it. So I'm just going to do it this way, okay? All right. So it says to start with the banner image. There should be a banner image before the title. It should stretch from margin to margin. It should be 16:9 ratio. Please generate AI banner image for this essay and insert above the title. Now it's called a view from above, and it's about birds. Okay, I don't even really need to know what this is about to put my banner image. My banner image is basically decorative. It's not really a rhetorical image. Let's start with that banner image. So I'm going to go in here into ideogram, which is my favorite, and I've already done a banner image with the prompt, generate a picture of a flock of colorful birds sitting in a treetop. Let me see the birds from above with a beautiful river below them. Now you can put whatever you want for your particular prompt. So this is the banner image I'm going to use. I have a PC, so I'm going to go here into the snipping tool, which I've saved this to my little footer thing here. Now, if you don't have it, you can search for snipping tool over here in the search bar and grab the snipping tool. And then once you open it, you can just right click on it and save it to the sidebar so that it's really convenient for you to use it. If you have a Mac, you can just hold down the command button, shift, and then hit the 4, and you'll get a similar little cross piece to mine to make a screenshot. So I'm just going to copy the 16 image. Okay. And I'm going to save it. Call it view from above. There we go. Save. All right. And then I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go right into my document. I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to go into insert, and then I'm going to go to, let's see, make sure this is insert, and then pictures. And then from this device. Now, you should have the insert in the Mac too, and you should be able to upload. Here's my view from above. I'm going to insert it, and there it is. Now, it has an alt text which comes up, which is great. This is for screen readers for people who are disabled, and it's important for you to fill out the alt text whenever you can. So this says a group of colorful birds on a branch. I'm going to fix it a little bit. So it's a group of colorful birds on a branch above a river made with ideogram AI. Okay, and enter. And I think that will save. The banner image should be before title, and it is. 16:9 ratio. Okay, so I can get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of it, delete thread. All right, now I can go to the top one. Heading should not be in the header. So this is the heading, and strangely enough, even though it's called a header, it should not be in the heading. So the header is this top part of the paper, and it'll appear on every single page. We don't want that. So let's get rid of it. So in order to get into the header, I'm going to click this twice, click, click, okay. And it says heading should not be in the header of the assignment. It should be on the first page. Please remove the heading from the header and then place the last name of the author and the page number aligned right. Okay, click on that again to get back into my header. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm just going to right click and copy it. Actually, I'm going to cut it. Okay, and then I'm going to click down here twice so that I'm right down here in the paper, and right in this spot where my cursor is, I'm going to hold down my control button and hit a V for victory. Now if you have a Mac, you're going to use your command button and hit V for victory, and you should be able to paste it right in there. Now it's asking me also to add a page number, so I'm going to go back up into the header. Okay, now if you have a Mac, you're going to go all the way up to, I think you go to format and then to page number. I think it's in there. I'm going to go into, it's strangely enough, it's right here. See, it says header and footer, page number. So I'm going to go right here to top of page, and then I'm going to choose the third one, and it's going to show up right there. Okay, now if I have a Mac, this is going to be in alphabetical order, the different, so I've got my page number in here, and it's blinking right next to the number, and his last name is Dent. So I'm going to put Dent and a space, all right? And then if you had a different style other than MLA, you might not want this on the first page. And there's a chance to put, different first page, dang it. It's already checked. I have to get rid of that. So let's start this over. I'm going to get rid of different first page because it should just appear. It should not have a different first page. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to then go back into page number. And I'm going to hit top of page and the third one again. I'm going to type in Dent. There we go. All right. We don't want different first page. If we had different first page, then it wouldn't appear on the first page. And so you would click on this if you have a different style, maybe AP, but in MLA style, the page number appears on every single page. So you want it there on the front page. Okay, all right. All right, let me see. Let's make sure that Dent 2, yep, Dent 2 is there. Okay, all right, I can get rid of this one. Delete thread. All right. Okay, the title should be original and should be written in title case without punctuation, without the ending punctuation that's here. It might have a colon or something. And put it in heading 1, 18-point bold centered. I'm going to try to remember that. 18-point bold centered. Help me remember that, okay? All right. So first of all, we're going to make this more original. So I'm going to grab this first paragraph, like this, and I'm actually going to stick it into ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, I need an original title for this essay. It should be short and interesting. Here is the first paragraph. And I'm just going to paste that paragraph in there. It's going to come up with an engaging title, it says. Soaring perspectives. Can you give me a few more? Just in case I don't like that. Actually, I don't like that. So let's see if there's a couple more. Flights of meaning. I like that. This is cool. I'm just going to take the flights of meaning. I'm not going to take the rest of it. Okay. Now I'm going to go in, and there's such a thing as a title case converter. It's a titlecaseconverter.com. It's a little tool for title case to make sure that my title case is correct. And I'm going to paste it in there, especially if you have a longer title, you want to use this. So I'm going to go in here and make sure it's MLA. I think it's APA when you start out, like that. And I'm just going to click on MLA. And I'm going to convert it to make sure that it's correct. Ah, and it is correct. I should know that it's correct, but okay, just to make sure. All right, I'm going to go back in here to Word, and I'm going to put in this original title. Now, you get your own title. This is mine, all right? Use ChatGPT to find ChatGPT or Gemini or something else to find a good title. Okay, so this is supposed to be heading 1. So I'm going to go to Styles. This is how you do it on PC. I'm going to go to Styles and click this button, and I can go to heading 1 like this. Okay, now if you have a Mac, you're going to go all the way to the top to Format. And then you're going to choose Styles, and then you're going to get a Styles pane that's somewhat like this, except it's in alphabetical order instead of title order. So it's a little harder to find heading 1. Just look for heading 1 alphabetically. Here, this is heading 1. Okay, now look, I hate how it looks. This is blue. I can't stand the blue. I don't know about you, but I just can't stand that blue. It's okay if you make it blue, but I just don't like it. Okay, I'm going to change this to 18, and I'm going to make it bold, and it's supposed to be in the center. All right, there we go. It's in the center. It's bold. It's 18. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, now it says this essay, do we get rid of the, yeah, we got rid of the title case. Okay, this essay should be double spaced. The first line of every paragraph of each paragraph should be indented, and there should be no extra spaces between paragraphs. The font should be 12 point. All right, so I have to fix how all of this appears. Let me tell you what's wrong with it right away. So first of all, it's single spaced, as you can tell. Then look at the spacing here. See how the spacing is all messed up? That's because the person has aligned this what's called full alignment so that it lines up on the right-hand side. It's really hard to read, especially if you have any type of learning disability. It's really hard to read because all of the spaces are weird in order to make this happen. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to make sure there's no extra spaces between paragraphs and that the first line of each paragraph is indented. So how am I going to do that? First of all, I'm going to click right here before this A. I'm going to highlight all of the text below it. Okay, it's not very much, right? Then I'm going to go here to paragraph, and there's this tiny little square over here. Now this is for PC. I'm going to get this paragraph block. Now, if you're on a Mac, you can go all the way to the top. You're going to go to Format, and then you're going to go to Paragraph, and then you're going to get this very same block in front of you. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that the indentation for the first line of every paragraph, which is first line indent, is right here. Okay, perfect. But I have to check this too. It says by 1.69. No, people, it's supposed to be by 0.5. 1.69, for goodness sakes, no way. Okay, then the spacing. This is before and after, and I want this to be 0, 0 and 0, so that there's no extra spacing between paragraphs. Then the line spacing is going to be double. Okay. And I want to make sure that everything looks good. Okay, hit OK. All right. And then I want to make sure also that everything is in 12-point font. All right, because I don't know why, but it's all going to 11 these days. So I want to make sure that it's 12. All right, so we have it 12 point. It's double space. There's no extra spaces between. Oh, but I haven't gotten rid of this stupid right alignment. So let me go up here into this middle area of the ruler, and this is left align. So I'm going to click on that, and phew, I got rid of those ugly, terrible spaces. And everything is left aligned. First paragraph, a first line of each paragraph is indented. It's all double space. There's no extra spaces between paragraphs. It's beautiful, people. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep going. All right. So let me get rid of this. All right. The text must be left aligned. Okay, we've got that. All right. And this says this picture should not be centered in the middle of the paragraph. It looks ridiculous here. Don't put a picture in the middle of the paragraph. It should not be centered in the middle of the paragraph. Move to a line to the right margin. Instead, insert a caption that says Figure 1, a screenshot of a mountain bluebird from the opening animation. Okay, so I'm just going to borrow a screenshot of the mountain bluebird from the opening animation because it's going to add the figure 1 for me. So I'm just going to carefully grab all of that without the quotation mark. If you grab the quotation mark by accident, you can always erase it, but I'm just going to try to grab that like that. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this picture, and I'm going to drag it over here. Now, what we want is we want the picture to be aligned with the first line of this paragraph. And see that little green line that's appearing? That'll appear in PCs. Macs, it doesn't appear, so just try to do your best to align it with the top of that line. And then we want it to line up, yes, there we go, with the right margin. And Mac will not give you this right margin line, sorry, but I want you to make sure that it's lined up with that right margin. Make sure that it does not go into this margin space. It should be lined up with this margin, with whatever's sticking out the furthest here. Make sure that it doesn't go way over here, because then that's wrong, all right? Now, while it's highlighted, we want to add the caption. And the caption is, strangely enough, in references. You'd think that it would be in the picture formatting. That would make sense. If I were king of the forest, that's what I would do, but they stick it in references for some weird reason. Oh, it isn't references, it's in review. There we go. Review, is that where it is? No, it's in references. Let's see. Ah, insert caption. Okay, I click on insert caption. Wait, I don't know what's going on. Why is it not lighting up? References, insert caption, now it's lit up. Okay, click. Okay, see, I told you it would have that figure 1. So now I'm just going to put a space here, Control V. So there's my caption. Stick it right there. Now we have a little bit of a problem because it is indenting it, which we don't want. So I'm just going to backspace right there. All right, so this looks pretty good. Now I want to make sure that my caption and my picture stay together. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, while I have this highlighted, I'm going to hold down this shift key, I can speak, and then I'm going to click on that picture so they're both highlighted. All right, you have to do that by holding down the shift key. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these, and I think that I can right click, and it should say group. Does anything say group here? It is not. More layout options. Maybe it's in there. No, it is not. Let's try this again. So I guess I'm going to go up here to picture format. And it's not there either. Maybe it is. Yes, there it is. See the little group objects? It's a weird little icon. Okay, so I'm going to click on group objects and group. And then it's going to make this into one item. See how that worked? So now when I'm formatting my paper, the caption and the picture will stay together. And that's what we want. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get rid of this one. Okay, it says you must add a citation when you quote or paraphrase information. Please add an in-text citation here in MLA style. So this says, this is according to the Audubon Society. We must not only appreciate the aesthetic beauty of birds, but also understand them. So we know that this is from the Audubon Society. So I'm going to go down here to the works cited, and I'm going to look for the National Audubon Society. So whatever is here is also what appears in your works cited. Now listen to me. You cannot put things in your works cited unless they're already cited in the paper. That's why it's called works cited. Okay? They're not just a list of works, they're works that you cited in the paper. So they have to be cited in here. One of the best ways to make sure that everything's cited correctly is to use Zotero. But right now we're not using Zotero, and we'll be teaching you Zotero later if you don't already know it. But right now we're going to add a citation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this period, okay? And then I'm going to go on the other side of these quotation marks, and I'm going to put this open parentheses. Then I'm going to paste in National Audubon Society. I'm going to put a close parentheses right here. Now, I don't know what happened here. I was highlighting a whole bunch of things. So let's see what we could do here. Okay, I got rid of the period. Okay, I'm going to open parentheses. Okay, Control V. And if you make a mistake like that, look, it's really easy to fix it. All you have to do is hit Control Z or Command Z, and it'll just undo whatever you did, and then you can go in and fix it. Okay, that's what I just did. All right, so now I have a citation here, which goes to National Audubon Society, which is down here. Okay, perfect. All right, let's keep moving. Get rid of this one, get rid of this one. All right. The image should not interrupt the flow of a sentence here. After the word matter, enter a section break, insert the picture, and make sure that the rest of the paragraph is not indented as it is a continuation of the paragraph. Caption the picture figure 2. Okay, so another one of these, I'm going to have to grab the little caption there without the figure 2. Okay, this apparently is occurring right in the middle of a sentence. Meanwhile, interactive maps, charts, and infographic allow readers to engage actively, and then with data, yeah, it's breaking it right there. So it says it should break at the end of the word matter. So that's right here. Now, I don't have a section break for some reason. I've looked for it. I don't see it. What I'm going to do instead of putting a section break in here is I'm just going to hit Enter so that I can start on a new line. I'm going to move this up like this, okay? And actually, I don't want this on the same line with matter. Hit Enter right here. Okay, perfect. All right, and then see this? This is a problem because it's indented. I don't want this indented here. So I'm actually going to go to View and make sure that my ruler is showing. It was showing, but I'm going to make sure it's showing. And I'm going to actually get on the line that I want, which is meanwhile. And I'm going to take this. This is the first line of every sentence. This is the second line and all the other lines in the sentence. And then this little square right here moves both of them at the same time. Okay, this dark area is the margin. This light area is the area that you write in. So what I want to do right now is I want to make sure that this, meanwhile, is not indented. It has to be out here because it's not a new paragraph. So I'm just going to move this first line to line up right here. Okay, and it looks like this also is all messed up. Okay. So let's see, is that good? That's good. Okay, caption the picture. Okay, so now we have to caption the picture. So I'm going to click on the picture. I'm going to go back up here to References, Insert Caption. I'm going to put a space and then Control V as in victory. And hit, it should have a period at the end, period. Okay. And here it is, an example of the data included in the article. And then remember, we want to group them. So I'm clicking this, I'm holding on the Shift key, I'm clicking this. For some reason, it's not highlighting. I don't know why. So I guess I'm just going to have to leave it like that. I don't know why they won't go together, but we'll check them at the end just to make sure that they stay together, okay? All right. I don't know why it's doing that. All right. This image is too small. You see this image? It's way too small. You can't see the detail or read the words. Please enlarge the picture. Place it after the word readers can take. Make sure there's a section break, which we would do the enter there. And the first line of the continuing paragraph is not indented. And caption this photo, figure 3, an example of the plant matter that leads readers through the article. So I'm going to copy this. Okay. And we're going to make this a lot bigger so we can read the text. Can you read the text? I think I can read the text. Not sure. Okay. All right. It looks like it's going from margin to margin, so that's about as big as I can make it. Okay. Place it after the word make readers can take. Okay, so let's go find readers can take. Ah, it's right here. So let's put an enter right there. Maybe another enter because remember it's got to fit right here. Make sure this one is not indented. Remember, let's go back up to this ruler and fix that. All right. And then we have to have a caption. So we're going to go here, insert caption, space, Control V, or Command V if you have a Mac, remember? And then, oh, look, this one's highlighting. I don't know what was wrong with the previous one. Okay. Now, for goodness sakes, this should not be indented. So I'm just going to backspace. There we go. And go back up here, do both of them. And then I'm going to go into picture format, this weird little icon, group them. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's get rid of it. Okay, here we go. We're almost done with this. It's so exciting. Are you learning a lot though? Seriously, it's a little bit boring, but are you learning a lot? Because I'm learning a lot. Are you learning a lot? Okay. All right. You're going to add a reflective footnote here that says one of the reasons I was drawn to this article was because it was about protecting birds. Okay. So look, whenever you're writing a paper in this class, you have to do reflective footnotes, not endnotes. Do you understand me? Not. N-O-T, not endnotes. They should be footnotes. So let's do a footnote here so that you know how to do it, all right? So I'm highlighting this. That's supposed to be my reflective footnotes. And reflective footnotes are always about the process of writing. They don't talk about extra information that should be included in the paper. That's not what they're for. They are for you to reflect on your process of writing. So make sure that they are reflective of your process and they are footnotes. That's why they're called reflective footnotes. Okay. All right. You can tell it's a pet peeve, right? Okay. Am I letting on? Yeah. All right. I'm going to go right here. I'm adding a reflective footnote. So I'm going to go to insert. Okay. And then I'm going to go to, I think I'm going to, oh, is it references? Yes, references. Look, it says insert footnote. How hard is that? Click, Control V, paste. Ah, okay. And again, it's indented. Let's fix this. All right. Backspace. All right. I think this also needs to be fixed. I don't know why this is like this. Okay, it's good enough. I'm gonna call it a day. Okay. Delete the thread. Okay, there we go. We're gonna hyperlink this to the New York Times Creative Group on page 4. Look, New York Times Creative Group. So first of all, I have to figure out who are the New York Times Creative Group and how can I link to them. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to open up my Google, good old-fashioned Google. I'm going to paste this in, see if I can find the New York Times Creative Group. Has multiple creative groups, including the T Brand Studio, the product and design team, and the research and development team. They create multimedia branded storytelling. So I'm pretty sure it's probably the T Brand Studio. So let's just do this one, the T Brand Studio. So I'm just going to grab this, okay, and then I'm going to go back into my document. All right. Now, right here I have the New York Times Creative Group, and I'm going to hold down the Control button, or if you have a Mac, Command button, and hit K, like in kite, okay? And then I'm going to hold down the Control button, or if you have a Mac, the Command button, and I'm going to hit V for victory. There you go. And then I'm going to hit OK. All right, now it is hyperlinked. Isn't that cool? So if I click on this, it'll go actually to the T group, or whatever that was, the T. Okay. All right, that is hyperlinked. Resolve thread, delete thread, okay. All right, the work cited should never be on the same page as the essay. It should never be on the same page as the essay. So right here, we're going to add a page break after experience. So I'm going to click after experience. I'm going to go to insert. If you have a Mac, you can go up format and then insert. I'm going to go to page break. There we go. So now, see, look, page break. Ah, what happened? Okay, if you get an extra page in between, which sometimes that happens, you just click anywhere on that extra page and hit backspace, and it should bring this up to. What I'm going to do is keep backspacing until I can make that work. Okay, works cited should be centered. I'm going to change the heading to 14 point. Okay, so going here, I'm going to go to home. I'm going to go to styles. If you have a Mac, you're going to go to format, styles. I'm going to heading 2. Remember, it's in alphabetical order on a Mac. For some reason, this is indented. So I'm going to fix this really quick because I want it to be actually in the center. So center it. Okay. It has to be 14 point, right? So I'm going to highlight it. Highlight it. Okay. Make sure that it's 14 point, that it's bold. Okay, and I don't want it to be blue, so I'm just going to hit that. All right, done, resolved. Done. Okay, now works cited must be uniformly double spaced, which it is because we did that already, with no extra spaces between sources, no extra spaces here. It must be in hanging indentation and alphabetical order. Oh no, okay. Okay, so look, first we're going to put it in alphabetical order. Okay, I'm going to highlight all of this. Then I'm going to home the button, and I'm going to go over here to this little thing right here. Oh no, that's increase indent. The one next to it, which is sort. Oh, see the A to Z sort? There you go. Click. All right, tell you a little story about this A to Z sort. When my kids had to alphabetize things in elementary school, I used to teach them to just put their words in Word, just type their spelling words, and then after each word they would hit enter, and then we sort this by paragraphs, and I hit OK, and then it puts them in alphabetical order. That would put their spelling words in alphabetical order, and then I tell them, then write them out. Yeah, because machines can do that better than you can. All right, now we have to put this in hanging indent. This is really important. Whenever you're doing works cited, it has to be in hanging indent. If you use Zotero, it'll do that for you. So you're going to learn Zotero soon if you don't already know it. But meanwhile, let's teach you how to do the formatting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to the paragraph, and if you have a Mac, you're going to go up to the top to format and choose paragraph. I'm going to open this little square right here, and then I'm changing the indentation special from first line to hanging, okay? And it's by 0.5, and I hit OK. All right, now it's hanging indent. See how it's hanging out here in the front? All right, there you go. And it looks like we're done. Yay! Okay, now what you're going to do is you are going to make sure that this baby saves, and then you're going to upload it into the Dropbox and you're done. You're so good. Yeah. Take care.